Before I talk about my theory for Spider-Man PS4, I just want to give a really quick disclaimer. I have not played Spider-Man PS4, I have not read Hostile Takeover. I don't know anything that the average person wouldn't know about this game. This theory all comes from speculation, from looking at the teasers, the trailers, the demos, and certain things Insomniac games themselves have said. So if what I say turns out to be true, it's true because I speculated correctly, not because I spoiled the game. With that being said, I feel like I may be onto something here, so if you really do not want to even know potentially what could possibly happen in the game, I would recommend clicking off this video then coming back after you've beaten the game. So just so that you're aware, in this video I will be discussing the identities of who I think the main villain could be, who I think the sixth member of the Sinister Six might be, and who Peter's mentor might be. First, just so I can give my theory context, I'm going to talk about the story layout, and this is based off what Insomniac games have said about certain events that we've seen from the game. First, we take out Wilson Fisk, then we deal with the Inner Demons and Mr. Negative in sort of their own story arc. I think it's after this that we will see Norman Osborn try to kill Spider-Man through Silver Sable. I think from there, the rest of the game will deal with the Sinister Six, but I don't know that they'll necessarily be the overarching threat of the game. Remember that Norman Osborn wants Spider-Man dead, so it would make sense that he'd take some of his biggest enemies, upgrade their suits, and then just let them go wreak havoc on Spider-Man trying to kill him. My first piece of speculation here is that Norman Osborn is the one who is funding the Sinister Six and the overarching villain of the story. Now let's talk about the sixth member of the Sinister Six, because I do not think it's the Green Goblin. The Green Goblin will usually hire the Sinister Six to do things. He usually works alone, he doesn't generally work with other people. I'm not saying that he never does, but the Green Goblin is usually more of a mastermind than a team player. I feel like the Lizard, Mysterio, or even Kraven could potentially be more likely candidates. But people who are saying that it's the Green Goblin or Mysterio or the Lizard, I think might be off, and I think it's because of what Peter says when he's on the ground and it's revealed who the sixth member is.
You?
He says, wait, you. So the first potential possibility is that it is the Green Goblin, who he's dealt with in the past, who is back. That is a possibility. But if it's his first encounter with the Green Goblin, which Insomniac has made it sound like the Green Goblin doesn't necessarily exist in this universe, I find it unlikely that Peter would recognize who the Green Goblin was immediately. I don't think it's Mysterio or anyone like that. I think that it's going to be a big reveal. So here's my theory of who it is. I believe that the sixth member of the Sinister Six is Peter's mentor. I think that their identity is the same. So is it Curt Connors? That's what I initially thought, because he becomes the Lizard. But again, I find it unlikely that Peter would recognize the Lizard to be Curt Connors. Doc Ock does not wear a mask, and Dr. Octavius is regarded as a very good scientist in the Spider-Man lore and universe, which is what Peter's mentor is described as. Personally, when I put all the pieces into place, this makes sense. It would make sense if Insomniac is not hiding one, but two big villains, Doc Ock and the Green Goblin. And even if the Green Goblin doesn't suit up in this game, potentially in a sequel. Now, with this theory in mind, I'm going to play the demo again, but this time, listen to the noise of the sixth member approaching, and look at how the light acts. It doesn't look like a glider in my opinion, nor does it sound like one. It sounds like it could be Doc Ock's mechanical arms, and it looks like a light that could be on the front of his harness.
Wait, you?
Thanks you guys so much for watching my video. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this theory. Do you think it has some potential validity? And who do you guys think the main villains are? Whatever the case, we're going to find out really soon as the game launches in just over 2 weeks. I really can't wait, and I can't wait to experience it with you guys. We'll see you in the next one.